Evening all. Still outside tonight, which is gorgeous. What's the time now? It must be about, I don't know, 7:30ish, maybe a bit after that. And you can see what a gorgeous evening it is. A bit more rain today, coupled with a bit of sunshine. And so everywhere looks nice and fresh and green and just lush. This field suffered a bit a couple of summers ago when we had all that really, really long dry spell. We're on sandy soil, and so it literally burnt this grass to an absolute crisp. And we reseeded it. When did we do that? The autumn, I think. And basically have left this to try and recover. And most of it has. There's a few bare patches still in places. And what we've decided is just to give the horses a couple of hours on here just to nip the tops off. And you can see how much they love it. I've just worked Scrumps in the middle field. We do a thing, there's two kind of horsey routines, if you like. There's a thing called lunging, which is basically where I stand in the middle and he runs circles round me. And then there's another, what do you call it, technique, I suppose, called long lining, which is where you put two reins on. Oh, that's it, Scrumps. Nice shot. And essentially with the two lines on, it's all, if you imagine I'm stood behind him or walking behind him, it's for all the world as though you're riding, but obviously you're not sat on him, you're walking behind. And I've just trotted him over a few poles and turned a few circles, but of course the nice thing is you haven't got the fear of falling off. And I'm getting a bit more cowardly as I'm getting older, but I've got a plan to tackle that. I found a chap called Carl Greenwood, who's a stunt rider. Not that I'm planning on taking up stunt riding, but he runs rider confidence courses. And I'm thinking that that's what I need, because I so want to be able just to canter on this one around the countryside and pop a few jumps. So yeah, that hopefully will be my little post-lockdown treat. So yeah, I sort of talked about Zara's backstory last night, and that covered most of Scrumps's as well. So obviously he's lived here from birth and has had lots and lots of handling, and so he's not really afraid of people, which in some respects is good, in other respects not so good. I've had to really, a friend of mine called Bridget Colston, she practices natural horsemanship, and she basically showed me how important it is to kind of assert myself as the leader, the pack leader, if you like. And it's the same logic, if you like, that Carl Greenwood applies as well. And so yeah, that was massively helpful. Certainly when I started having a few challenges handling him as he got older, that definitely worked. And then it's just transferring that to the you know, when I'm riding him, because he has kind of, I wouldn't say bolted, but yeah, he's gone to take off with me, which is pretty scary. But as I say, feeling mighty better because we've got a plan to overcome that, and I do love a plan. And if I just pan to the left, you'll see what I've done is mark out a little arena for myself, and I've now reached the point where I can work him from left to right across all of that field, which gives me plenty of space to get him going. So yeah, I've done it a few times now in hand, last weekend I got on and rode him and just did circles up one end, trotted him round in circles, hoping tomorrow maybe we'll get to a figure of 8. Oh God, it's so ridiculous, honestly. You see these little kids flying around on their ponies, making it look so easy. But never mind, we're getting there. And someone last weekend when I was out, I took him out for a hack, and I bumped into a riding instructor, and he gave me a little tip. But he also said, because I feel a bit, what's the word? I feel like Scrumps should be doing more because he's 9 now, and you can see how much potential he's got. But this chap that I bumped into very kindly said, Sarah, it's all about the bigger picture. And yes, other people might be bombing around the countryside and jumping and doing all this fun stuff, but their horses could be worn out by the time they're 15. Whereas obviously I want a horse that's going to carry me through to my 70s and beyond, if Queenie has set us a good benchmark. So yeah, that made me feel a whole lot better. Right, I'm off to go and get my fish supper with Johnny, and I'll say nighty night to you all.